Hey guys, if you watch my channel, you probably know I recently released a video on how to make naan bread pizza. Truth be told, my family and I have been obsessed with these delicious little naan bread pizzas. And today, what I wanted to know is who makes a better naan bread. I did see these large garlic naan bread. They actually have the regular and the garlic. I prefer the garlic. And today I'll be making a sun-dried tomato and goat cheese pizza along with a barbecue chicken pizza that's a copycat recipe from the California Pizza Kitchen here in Southern California. The larger bread is from Aldi and that comes in a pack of 4 and that is priced at $3.99, and the smaller one there is from Trader Joe's and that is priced at $3.69. However, that comes in a pack of 6. So the Trader Joe's says on it that it is inspired by traditional East Indian naan. So not really sure what the difference between East and West there is, but I do know it is absolutely delicious. And so we're going to try and compare these two naans today. The Aldi, as you can see, is a little bit thinner than the Trader Joe's. So there's that difference, obviously, between that and the size. And there does seem to be an upside and a downside, and if you look, I think it's the dark side that goes on the bottom and the bubbles are on the top. When I was shopping at Walmart yesterday, I did find what looks to be another option, and that's with the Greek style pitas. They came in a pack of 5 and they were priced at $2.50, and that was for the Sam's Choice brand. And then I found this other brand of pita that had 6 in them and was only $2.26, which is an even better deal. When I looked at them, though, they looked like they might be a little bit firmer and not quite as soft. But if anybody's tried that with their pizzas, let me know. I didn't purchase it because I already have quite a bit going on here. And now I'm going to make my favorite pizza, sun-dried tomato and goat cheese. And here I'll be using the Trader Joe's naan bread. And we've got this pasta sauce I picked up at Aldi for under $2. I have that in the fridge. And I've also got this Italian style cheese blend, and I believe that was $2.89 at Aldi's. And I've got the sun-dried tomatoes. That was probably a little bit more expensive. I would imagine it was about $4, but I don't remember. The goat cheese was $2.99 at Trader Joe's. And I know that sun-dried tomatoes and goat cheese are a little bit more expensive, but I think that they're worth it because they pack a huge flavor profile. So I'll use those on pizza. I use them in pasta. I just really, really love that combination. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of olive oil here on the outside of the pizza. Sometimes I'll also sprinkle it with a little bit of garlic salt. And then I'll add on the spaghetti sauce, which is really only a couple of tablespoons, if that. And then I'll spread that out. I'm just going to top it with the cheese blend. And we talk about the where to put the cheese blend in our family quite a bit. If you put the cheese underneath, then you can see the toppings. But if you put the cheese on top, then you're not going to see the toppings. It's not going to look quite as beautiful when it comes out. Or do you put the cheese underneath and also on top? I think that's what my son does with his pizzas. But I think I've started just putting it underneath because I do like the way you can tell what the ingredients are, especially if I'm going to photograph it. I want to see the ingredients. And then I'm just going to top it here with the big chunks of goat cheese. So when it melts, it's going to be nice and creamy. And that's pretty much it. This pizza is ready to go in the oven.
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girando, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto d'amor.
Oh yeah, that is perfect. See how it's nice and golden brown right around the edges? Okay, and here we're watching my son. He's making a pepperoni pizza with one of the Aldi pizza crusts. And as you can see, it's much larger, as we pointed out in the beginning, from the Trader Joe's. And it's also a lot thinner. So he's just layering his pizza with the pizza sauce, the cheese, the pepperoni. I think what you saw him sprinkling on it earlier was probably either cayenne pepper or garlic salt, but probably cayenne pepper. He really is fond of that. And he's just going to put this together, and probably he's going to add some more. Yeah, there he goes. He's adding some more cheese on the top before he throws it in the oven. Now, I will say, I also made myself one of the Aldi pizzas, and I will say that I am much more fond of the Trader Joe's. In fact, for me, hands down, there was no competition. Aldi naan bread was just too thin, and so when you cooked it, it ended up being way too crispy, and the density of it was, it just wasn't as appealing as the Trader Joe's naan bread. And my son actually agreed with me. We were both definitely liking the Trader Joe's bread better. And for our next pizza, we are making barbecue chicken pizza. We've got some cilantro here, some barbecue sauce, some canned chicken. We're just going to drain this and use this. Should be easy enough. And we've got some smoked Gouda that I picked up at Trader Joe's. And we've got, I'm going to use the Trader Joe's Indian style flatbread again for this pizza. And then we've got the mozzarella mix as well. Just going to get started by rinsing off the cilantro real quick. And then we'll go ahead and chop that up. Okay, now this cheese was $3.73, which may not seem like a lot, but it was a lot to me. But I do want to have an adventure, and so I went ahead and spent the money. And culinary adventures are the only kind of adventures that I'm having lately, so I thought it was going to be worth it. This brown rind on the cheese is supposed to be edible, however it doesn't have any flavor, so I'm thinking it's not going to add flavor to the dish, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that off. And I'm only going to grate up a small amount that I'll be using on the pizza.
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei panacchini, quel cappello leggero galante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante, quel vermiglio d'onesco color, quel vermiglio d'onesco color. Non più avrai quei panacchini, quel cappello, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante. Non chiudrai farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girando, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor. Fra guerrieri può far bacco, gran bustacchi stretto sacco, schioppo in spalla, sciabla a fianco, collo dritto, muso franco, un gran casco, un gran turbante, molto onor, poco cantante, poco cantante, poco cantante.
Look at this beautiful little barbecue chicken pizza. But before we dig into this, we need to get a couple things straight. Apparently, it's not Aldi, it's Aldi. And another thing, it's not IKEA. I saw a video, they said it's actually IKEA. Alright, let's eat. The crust is perfect. Just perfect. It's a little bit crispier on the outside and not as crispy on the inside, but it's crispy enough that I really, actually if it was too crispy, I wouldn't like it. It has just the right amount of crunch and just the right amount of chew. And that cilantro, the cilantro on top is just the perfect addition because it really makes it feel fresh. I also put just the right amount of barbecue sauce because I was worried about putting too much or too little because I wanted to make sure that had flavor, but not too much so that it overpowered it. Same thing with the Gouda. I was afraid that that would overpower it, and I noticed in the online recipes that when I was looking for people that were recreating the California Pizza Kitchen barbecue pizza, that people were putting a very small amount of the Gouda, so that's why I wanted to do that. I'm wondering though if I actually might add a little bit more next time just to see how that is, but it's perfect. It has that smoky flavor. It's not overpowering, so I love it as it is, but I would like to know what it would be like with a little bit more. Same thing about the red onions. Sometimes you can overpower it with, you know, because red onions are kind of strong. So I was a little bit worried about that as well, but they actually blend right in. I love this pizza. I usually eat vegetarian pizzas, but I would definitely eat this again. It's delicious. I can't wait to make this for my kids. I just love these little pizzas. Anyway, I'd like to know what you guys think and what you think about these naan bread, or if anybody's tried the Greek pitas for little pizzas. I was curious about that as well. So if you have tried it, let me know in the comments down below.
And if you like my content, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.